I'm Vicky from All About Babies, and I just want to spend a couple of minutes talking to you about how you can get the best bedtime routine for your little one. It still surprises me 3 years on working with clients how often just the smallest tweak to a bedtime routine can make such a big impact on how the child falls asleep and how long they stay asleep. So if you've got a little one struggling to fall asleep, waking up within the first hour of going to bed, waking up frequently at night, or even early in the morning, then it's worth just checking that your bedtime routine is right. The first thing to know about bedtime routines is that it's not all about the same activities in the same order. I think a lot of us kind of get that bit right. You know, we have our bath and we have our massage, we get our little ones dressed, we have our books, we have our milk, and they go to bed. We do the same thing every night, and that is important, but it's also important that the activities are dimly lit, calm, non-stimulating. So as soon as you look at your watch and think, you know what, I'm going to start getting my little one ready for bed, turn down the lights. It's so helpful. Essentially, when the eyes see it start to get dark, they will tell the brain to start to produce melatonin, and that's the sleepy hormone, and this is the hormone we need to harness to help our little ones go to sleep nice and prepared. So even if you're having a bath, you could consider getting a dimmer switch for your bathroom, or what I do with my own children is I keep the lights off in the bathroom and I just put the hall light on. Some clients have bought little LED lights to make it quite tranquil bath time, but really as soon as you kind of start your bedtime routine, even if that is that you're starting with a bath, you want to keep everything calm. Bath time shouldn't be too long. A nice warm bath again helps the body to produce melatonin, so we don't really want baths to go longer than 5 to 10 minutes. And then as soon as you come out of the bath to get your little one dressed, make sure that you only stay in the bathroom, in their nursery, in your bedroom. Don't go back into living spaces, don't go back into play areas or the lounge to have milk or spend a bit of time maybe with your partner, because it's mixed messages as to what's going on. Okay, so you want to localize your bedtime routine. It's great if you want to read stories before bed, they can be a really good cue, but keep these as boring books. So we're talking about rhythmic, rhyming stories, something you can read calmly. Something about bedtime is a real plus. We're not really wanting stories that are lift the flap or stroke the bear's tummy or beep the horn at bedtime, because those types of books will stimulate your little one's brain, and what we're looking to do is to wind them down. And also make sure your bedtime routine is not too late. That is so important. 90% of the clients I work with before we start working together have too late a bedtime, and I pretty much always bring bedtime forward. And I think a lot of us fear an early bedtime because we worry that it's going to mean an earlier morning, but actually going to bed overtired is a sure way to get an early morning. So bring your bedtime earlier if your little one is struggling, and actually waking up 30, 40, 50 minutes into going to bed is a really, really common sign of going to bed a little bit too overtired. You want to try and assess your little one's natural awake window between naps. If any of you are struggling with that, feel free to send me an email or a private message on Facebook, and I'll help you try and find your little one's natural awake window. That's the most important thing, rather than looking at the clock and thinking, oh, we want our little one to bed at 7 o'clock. It's about what time did they wake up from their last nap. You know, what is their natural awake window, and therefore when do we want them to be in bed? You know, there are certainly averages for different age groups that I can help you try and find those. So I hope that you found that useful. I hope it's given you some tips in what you can do to try and help your little one have the best bedtime routine. If you want any more support, feel free to give me a call.